can see the buses.
On our way in, we came past Sister Lucia's parents' house, or no, Sister Lucia's house, and down behind the house, down here, under these stones that have been placed to cover it, so that no one falls in, is the well. And this is when it was very hot in the summer. They couldn't keep the sheep out in the fields the whole day long. They had to bring the sheep home before noon, and then they would spend the hottest part of the day at home, and afterwards, the children, afterwards, when it cooled off a bit, the children could lead the sheep back out to graze some more in the afternoon. And so, during these hot days, they would be here, and the well is a natural place to want to come and stay, because you can have water whenever you're thirsty. And it's nice and quiet down here, which was good for children looking for a place to play. And that's when the second appearance of the angel happened, and it's good also for the children when they wanted a quiet place, not to play but to pray. So just yeah. And we already read we already read the account of the apparition, but maybe we can repeat it here. So suddenly, they like to spend the hours of the siesta, the hot part of the day, in the shade of the trees here, and so suddenly they saw this angel right beside them. Maybe it had been a few months since that first apparition of the angel, and the angel asked them, "What are you doing? Pray, pray very much. The hearts of Jesus and Mary have designs of mercy on you. Offer prayers and sacrifices constantly to the Most High." The words that are written down here. And so Lucia asks, "How are we to make sacrifices?" And the angel replies, "Make of everything you can a sacrifice, and offer it to God as an act of reparation for the sins by which he is offended, and in supplication for the conversion of sinners. You will thus draw down peace upon your country. I am its angel guardian, the angel of Portugal. Above all, accept and bear with submission the suffering which the Lord will send you." These words were indelibly impressed upon our minds. They were like a light which made us understand who God is, how he loves us and desires to be loved, the value of sacrifice, how pleasing it is to him, and how, on account of it, he grants the grace of conversion to sinners. It was for this reason that we began, from then on, to offer to the Lord all that mortified us, without, however, seeking out other forms of mortification and presence, except that we remained for hours on end with our foreheads touching the ground, repeating the prayer the angel had taught us. So their life of penance, their life of sacrifice, begins with simply accepting all those the sufferings, the mortifications that came into their life, not so much seeking out things. And then, as they grew, as they had further appearances, and especially after they had the vision of hell and saw how dreadful was the punishment of sinners, they grew in virtue, and they grew in desire to sacrifice themselves for the conversion of sinners. And here we can remember, besides that apparition of the angel, also other things that took place here. One of them is a vision of the Holy Father that Jacinta had. Yeah. So this is after they've had the apparitions, and then one day they spent their siesta down by this well, and Jacinta sat on the stone slabs on top of the well. So I guess these stone slabs aren't new, but they were here even in the time of even in 1917. And Francisco and I climbed up a steep bank in search of wild honey among the brambles in a nearby thicket. So you can imagine, I guess they went up that way, or to look for some wild honey. no, they did simple, ordinary things also, besides their life of prayer and sacrifice. And then after a little while, Jacinta called out to Lucia, "Didn't you see the Holy Father?" "No." "I didn't know how it was, but I saw the Holy Father in a very big house, kneeling by a table, with his head buried in his hands, and he was weeping. Outside the house there were many people. Some of them were throwing stones, others were cursing him and using bad language. Poor Holy Father, we must pray very much for him." So besides praying for sinners, another important part of the message of Fatima and of the lives, the charism, we could say, of the shepherd children, is praying for the Holy Father. The Holy Father, especially because of the secret, you'll have the opportunity in your spare time, perhaps tomorrow when you have a lot of free time, to go and visit the exhibition showing the text of the third secret of Fatima and explaining it according to the explanation that Pope Benedict, when he was Cardinal Ratzinger, gave when the secret was made public, was released, when the third part of the secret, that is, was made public. And so, Jacinta sees these visions of the Holy Father, of how much he has to suffer, and this inspires her to pray for him. They didn't really know who the Holy Father was until two priests came and asked them to pray for the Holy Father, and explained who the Pope was. And after that, Jacinta asked Lucia, "Is he the one I saw weeping, the one Our Lady told about the secret? The one Our Lady told us about in the secret?" "Yes, he is." And from that, well, that's sort of another sign that the secret we've been shown is authentic, is what the Vatican tells us it is. But if we can't trust the Pope when he tells us things, Catholicism is in a bad way. Here this shows this memoir, which is from long before the secret was revealed, tells us that the secret involves the Holy Father and him suffering. So, Jacinta had another vision of the Holy Father at the Luca Beso, where we were before. The other place where the angel had appeared. And so after some time, Jacinta stands up and, they'd been prostrate on the ground praying the prayers that the angel had taught. And then Jacinta stands up and calls to Lucia, "Can't you see all those highways and roads and fields full of people who are crying with hunger and have nothing to eat? And the Holy Church in it, and the Holy Father in a church, praying before the Immaculate Heart of Mary, and so many people praying with him." She has a vision of the tribulations caused by sin, and of the Holy Father turning to the Immaculate Heart of Mary together with many people. And some days later she asks, "Can I say that I saw the Holy Father and all those people?" And Lucia says, "No. Don't you see that's part of the secret? If you do, they'll find out right away." "All right, then I'll say nothing at all." So once again, the secret, the third part of the secret, according to these things, which certainly Lucia wrote, and long before there was any controversy about what the content of the secret was, and tell us that the secret involves the Holy Father and him suffering.